What we're learning is that the ANC officials are engaged in a one-day NEC meeting that is taking place today, particularly knowing that the National Coronavirus Command Council will be meeting tomorrow. So the ANC president and also the provincial officials of the ANC in the province will be giving an update on the status quo of the social unrest that is taking place in the province, particularly with those protests where our colleagues and Mhlongo and JD Lee also are at, with JD Lee being at Moy River, where trucks were being burnt overnight yesterday evening. We do know that there were certain secret meetings taking place in Pietermaritzburg, and the ANC taking a strong stance against those who had organized illegal gatherings of a political nature outside the former president's home. We're just going to bring in Mr. Nhlakanipho Ntombela, the ANC spokesperson in KwaZulu-Natal. Mr. Ntombela, there is unrest in the province. Trucks are being burnt in Moy River, roads barricaded on the N2 and the N3. What's the ANC doing to provide and to bring about calm in the province with the arrest of former President Zuma?
ANC is appealing for calm amongst the people of KwaZulu-Natal, amongst our supporters. We understand the gravity of the situation we are facing. It's a first of its kind. It's a challenge wherein as we navigate it, there might be fault here and there. Hence, the ANC has emphasized the message as announced by the NEC that let us cooperate as members of the organization. Let us ensure that we comply with the lockdown regulations. But most importantly, let us allow the organization to help us in navigating this matter. As we speak, the NEC is sitting to deliberate on these matters and how they'll take it forward. Tomorrow we'll be meeting with as a PEC extended, including leagues and the regions in the province, to determine what is the status of the matters in the province and how are we going to navigate matters moving forward. The key message from the ANC at this stage that to our people, we understand your anger, we understand your confusion, we understand your uncertainty on some of the issues, but please allow the organization, please allow the government to manage this matter, and will engage. At this stage, because of lockdown regulations, you can't convene mass meetings, so even the extended PEC will be a virtual platform. But we think from that, a clear program of engaging with our structures, explaining what will be the way forward, will come out of those engagements. For now, the message is clear on us that let us desist in doing what we determine as unlawful and criminal activities, because if we do so, the law enforcement authorities will be forced to act upon you. There is nothing wrong with people protesting peacefully wherever they are, but let us understand that South Africa is a democratic state with a constitution, and all of us as ANC members, in particular as a governing party, we owe a more responsibility in safeguarding that constitution and the rule of law.
How are you going to safeguard that constitution when some of your own members and leaders, mind you, feel as if the incumbent leadership of the country at a national level, the incumbent president of the ANC, is behind the arrest of former President Jacob Zuma, which may be totally devoid of the truth, knowing that the judiciary is independent and there is relatively no influence from politicians, which is a debate on its own by those in support of the former president, particularly in the RET faction?
The NEC statement was very clear on those matters. The judicial process is a separate process from us as an organization, from us as government. That's why we've got three arms in government. It's your legislature, your judiciary, and an executive. Judiciary is independent. It takes its own decisions. So they don't need to have a view of the ANC on those decisions when they take. Hence, we're saying that the process was starting from tomorrow of engaging with our structures will help assist in demystifying some of these issues, because as we are saying, indeed there are some misconceptions which have been narrated across the province and across the country on some of the issues. Until we engage with our members, until we engage as leadership, those issues will be clarified. What is good for now is that organizational structures of the ANC across all levels in the province have adhered to the regulations. Where you speak of RSCs across the province, speak of structures they've adhered. Of course, there are individual members who will feel that, no, we can't wait any longer. But structurally, as an organization, we believe that we are doing everything possible, as we have done everything possible in engaging with the former president to say that how do we navigate this process, because it's something we had never expected to happen. It's something which I think as this came about, it shocked all of us. So as it shocked all of us, we had to say from then onward how to deal with it. So there is a challenge which we are going to face. There is a challenge we are appealing on our members in particular. We are appealing on our supporters and the ordinary people of KwaZulu-Natal. Let us desist from doing unlawful activities. We can't be doing criminality in the name of former President Zuma. We can't be looting shops in the name of former President Zuma. We can't be banning trucks if you are indeed banning those trucks in the name of former President Zuma, because that is not what former President Zuma stood for. He stood for equality, he stood for the rule of law. That's what you saw the oath of the Constitution on as a former president of the country.
Mr. Ntombela, is this a well-orchestrated campaign, or is it just plain thuggery and criminality by those who have overtaken the support of the former president in the form of the organized protests that they are doing, the looting of shops and the burning of trucks?
There is nothing orchestrated. If you can see, it's sporadic in a number of areas, not across. In the province, we've got 11 regions in KwaZulu-Natal. The incident we have observed now, you will find them in eThekwini, you will find them in Richards Bay, you will find them in Pietermaritzburg, Mooi River, you will find them in Watuguza. It's sporadic activities. There is nothing orchestrated to cause anarchy, because that is not what the ANC stand for. ANC stand for the rule of law, ANC stand for authority. ANC stand for that as ANC members, whenever there are issues, we must engage on those issues. We have engaged on serious issues as the ANC in the province with the NEC. It is us as the province who even persuaded the NEC on some of the matter to say the issue of the former president must not be relegated as an issue of KZN as it's on its own. He's a former president of the country, the former president of the ANC. NEC take responsibility of how you assist us in managing this situation. Hence, we had an extra deployment of NEC members coming to the province to help and assist us on how to navigate the process moving forward.
We've seen the province of Mpumalanga taking action against Mr. Ngraingwenya, who had organized ANC members and contravening lockdown regulations by convening an illegal gathering, political party activity outside the former president's home. Will you be taking similar action against your member, who's also a member of the provincial legislature, which is Bishop Pastor Vusi Dube? Will you be taking action against Stwala in the eThekwini region? Mthunzi Kumete, the former spokesperson of the mayor of eThekwini, the ANC branch chairperson in eThekwini, Stwala, who was also leading ANC members going to the former president's home?
There are many members of the ANC who have been involved in a number of these activities. As the statement read by the DSG was clear that the province is tasked to compile a report on what has transpired, which will inform us what kind of action we take moving forward. Of course, the NEC has taken a direction on those matters, hence Kalni has been suspended. The province, the report will determine who are the individuals who might have done something wrong and what will be the way forward from there. We can't preempt that report. Until we get that report with the detail of the issues, only then we'll be able to determine as a province how do we navigate that situation as we move forward. Because the problem, more than anywhere else, former President Zuma is in this province. Former President Zuma is a resident of this province. He is incarcerated in this province. So there will be peculiar challenges we'll have to navigate as a province more than any other person anywhere else in the Republic of South Africa.
Is this province stuck between the incumbent president of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa, and the shadow that lingers of former President Jacob Zuma, who's not been incarcerated?
No, there is no such. There is one president of the ANC. There is one president of the country. There is President Cyril Ramaphosa. And he has been here in the province now and then, even campaigning for the ANC, some of the by-elections. He has been here on government programs. There have never been any issues. So there is nothing where we can say KZN is stuck in between the two. But KZN made even an appeal to the NEC, if you remember, on the court cases the former President Malala was going through in Pietermaritzburg, that those cases as the ANC, we can't leave them to Lilumbens who were running those issues, running that show. You had your PLF there running the show, you had your RT forces running the show, your Andil Chabeleng and all those individuals whom you can't associate with the ANC. Hence we made that request to the NEC that give us the permission to assist in navigating that process of former president appearing in court in Pietermaritzburg so that it can't be abused at the expense of the organization. While we will support the former president on what he is going through, but that does not divide from us that the ANC is a unitary organization with one president and one president of the country, and that president is Matamela Ramaphosa. So there is no contradiction on that. We are clear on that as the ANC in the province.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ntombela. That was Mr. Nhlakanipho Ntombela, the ANC spokesperson in the province, saying the ANC is dealing with the matter of KwaZulu-Natal in an NEC meeting sitting today, which seemingly looks like it's specifically designed to look at KwaZulu-Natal and any other issues. Sihlezi Kalala and Mtumseni Ntuli providing an update on the situation in the province. They will be having an extended PEC meeting tomorrow. We also heard they may also have a PWC to deliberate on these further matters, saying that they're appealing for calm in the province as we link to the ad break.